What's up, guys? OldManTup coming at you today with our team builder for the Utah Jasmine in week 5 of the GBA against Coach Cooper Kishiro, the only guy who has ever 6-0'd us in league format play. And that happened in Season 4, our very first match in the GBA. So we really need to build a good team and get some retribution. We're both 2-1 with a +2 differential, if I'm not mistaken, at this point in the season. So we're neck and neck, we're division rivals, and I'd really like to get the win. So let's look at the team we're going to build in order to do that this week. We're going to start off with Kruger, Freddy Kruger, the Excadrill, Choice Scarf, Mold Breaker this week. We need that speed, as we are not bringing Hippowdon this week. I don't feel he has as good of a matchup, and there isn't a lot Hippowdon can do against the team, in my opinion anyways. So we're bringing Rock Slide, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Iron Head. We need this spin this week to keep some of our Mons alive, namely Cinnamon and Hank. So that's the reason we're doing what we're doing. Enough speed, just enough speed with Scarf to outspeed a max speed Greninja, which is the fastest thing with, I believe, base 122 speed, if I'm not mistaken, on the Jasmine. Yes, Greninja just outspeeds Mega Pidgeot by 1 point, so we have to expect that he is going to bring max speed. So that was what we prepped for: max speed, enough speed with the Scarf to outspeed max speed Greninja, and max attack, Adamant Nature. We're able to do that with the speed that we need to reach, and dumping the rest into hit points, because Greninja, even if we do end up against it 1v1, has the priority water ninja star thing, shurikens, the water shurikens, so we have to be mindful of that and hope it doesn't come down late game to us playing that 1v1, as with high rolls and some good luck getting 5 shurikens off could possibly kill us after some damage. So we need to be mindful of that. Next, we're going to take a look at, where did my mouse go? There we go. We're going to look at Jade, bringing Tentacruel again this week. Really liking the offensive Tentacruel. Not gonna lie, I originally picked it up as a wall, and it's turning out to be really nice for attacking stuff. So we're rocking the Choice Specs this week, and Timid Choice Specs, 100 speed, so it's going to tie us with everything on the opponent's team, except for Mega Gallade and Greninja speed-wise. Staraptor is the only thing that will speed tie us, and everything else on the team is slower than us, besides the 2 we already mentioned. So that's going to be fantastic out. So that's why we're running max speed here, because if he has max speed Staraptor, we at least want to be able to speed tie it and possibly get the Scald off for a burn. Looking at Ice Beam, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ground, because Hidden Power Ground for the Magnezone, Hidden Power Ground for the Aggron if we need it, and Hidden Power Ground for the Empoleon. Ice Beam, because Ice Beam hits so many things on his team. Almost everything for neutral outside of Greninja and Magnezone. I ended Aggron. But, he's going to hit Claydol for super effective damage, going to hit Gliscor for 4 times super effective damage, he's going to hit Staraptor for super effective damage, which is great because I expect him to bring at least Staraptor and Gliscor. I don't think Claydol has that great of a matchup against my team, so I don't know that we're going to be seeing it this week, unless he really needs the spin support. But I'm not certain that he's going to bring it specifically for that, so we'll have to wait and see. And what do we got left? Sludge Bomb. What does Sludge Bomb do against his team? Hits Clefable really hard, and we don't want to be able to not hit Clefable. I was thinking about switching out Sludge Bomb for a Dazzling Gleam, and that may be a game time decision, but Dazzling Gleam hits Mega Glade for super effective damage, Dazzling Gleam hits Greninja for super effective damage, Dazzling Gleam hits Sableye for super effective damage. So that might be a nice little thing to have in our back pocket if we need it. So like I said, Timid, max special attack, max speed, and awesome. Now we're going to bring in the Dreadnought, our physical wall this week, and I know what you're thinking, Tup. He has a Staraptor. What are you thinking? Well, obviously we aren't going to be in an ideal situation if we have to 1v1 Staraptor with this, but we do have the ability to come in with Cinnamon in the set we're running this week. He has to two-shot us with Double Edge in order to take us out. So hopefully we get in for free, if at all possible, and get off the Will-O-Wisp, which you'll see in a little bit. But we're running these Salt Beds this week, helping us to deal with Greninja hits a little bit better, helping us to sponge up some of those non-super effective Clefable hits very well, and just making it all the easier for us to come in on Magnezone and take hits from it. Especially because if it's going to be running coverage, it's going to have HP Fire or Ice, and we want to be able to take those rather well and pretty much just stand in Weezing's face all day if we have to. Even eating up those flamethrowers. But the set we're rocking is Power Whip because power, Knock Off because utility, and if we can catch something coming in like a Staraptor and maybe knock off its Scarf, that would be fantastic if it was something like that, or knocking off a band, because having a band makes it do a lot more damage to a lot of my things, obviously. So Hidden Power Ice for the Gliscor, because otherwise it pretty much walls us if it has Roost, and the Earthquake, enabling us to do massive damage to Empoleon, Magnezone, Aggron. So yeah, that is our Dreadnought set. Max HP, max defense, and fun stuff. Gonna go into Cinnamon. Cinnamon, our Rotom Heat. Gonna bring the Choice Scarf this week. And this is probably gonna be our dedicated lead, unless we get a really crazy team matchup, because he doesn't have a Fire type on his team, so we can Will-O-Wisp everything for free with no fear, unless of course he has like Lumberry or something crazy like that. He does have Clefable, so he will be able to Heal Bell off if he needs to, if he decides to bring a Cleric set. So we'll just have to wait and see about that. The only problem would be if he led with Sableye and he could Prankster Taunt us or something of that nature. But Trick, Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, and Overheat, pretty much all the coverage we need against his team, because we hit everything for super effective or neutral damage between those two moves. Max HP, max special defense, just like last week. And we're really hoping to maybe get a little bit of trick shenanigans going on, because I've run exclusively Wall Rotom to this point. Hoping that might come in and get us a benefit. Maybe if we get a Scarf Clefable into something crazy, that'd be great. And just give us the initiative moving forward. So we couldn't come this week without bringing Hank, even though he has two things that 4 times resist the flying type attacks, namely Aggron and Magnezone, but Magnezone goes down to the Hidden Power Ground. I thought about running the Heat Wave this week, but it turned out that everything that I needed the Heat Wave for, Hidden Power Ground was going to do more, because Magnezone and Aggron both take 4 times damage to Hidden Power Ground. So Hurricane, Hidden Power Ground, Roost, and U-Turn. We have just enough speed to outspeed, max speed, whatever the next fastest thing to us is, Mega Glade. So we have just enough speed to outspeed Mega Glade by 1 point. Most of it's dropped into special attack. Whatever we have left over went into hit points, because we were shown last week against that Crobat Brave Bird, every little bit of HP helps. And now we're bringing Bloodlust back. The Liepard, not going to call it Purloin this time. More or less utility set here. Brought the Taunt, knock off U-Turn, Thunder Wave, in the event that we have a bad matchup, in my opinion. For Cinnamon, we have this to come in and lead anyways. Jolly, just enough speed to outspeed. What do we got? 106 speed. So that's probably just enough speed to outspeed max speed Staraptor. And yeah, that's excellent. Taunt, knockoff, U-turn, like I said, Thunder Wave, pretty much stop any setup sweepers from coming in, or stopping Scarfmons with Thunder Wave. The only thing he has on his team that is going to resist the Thunder Wave is Gliscor, Magnezone, and Claydol. So those are the things we have to be a little bit careful of before we start dropping T-Waves all over the place. But that was the set. So alright guys, this has been 10 minutes, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What will be our MVP against Cooper's team? Alright guys, this has been OldManTup. Thank you for sticking with us, and we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.